Yo, here we go. What up? Welcome to another edition of whatever you want to call this. The Vambo XP Painting Extravaganza. Awesome festival of good times and awesomeness to be had by all. Sounds like a cool name, maybe? Yeah. But a lot going on tonight. We're going to finally finish this Iron Man that we've been working on for quite a while now. All I've got to do is varnish. Everything, touch up, all that's done. It's just, we're going to put our varnish on to protect him from Cheeto fingers. And we done. So I'm glad we are going to finally finish that one tonight. Kind of been jumping back and forth to different projects, but we're actually going to finish something tonight on the podcast. No, whatever the hell you want to call this thing, podcast, I don't know. We're going to finish him, and then we're going to get to putting together some more terrain. We're just going to jump right into the largest one in the set, the big old bank. So it looks like a 3-story building, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 stories. It's a big one. A lot of these fun little windows to glue in, so get excited about that. So let's jump right on in. Okay, so first things first, I got my varnish here. We're going to do this really quick because we want to spend as much time as we can on this ginormous building we got to put together. I want to get that all done in one swoop tonight. So I actually varnished earlier, varnished the base earlier already. So now I've just got to varnish the bottle. I was having some problems with this stuff wanting to chip. So I just went ahead. Usually I just varnish the whole thing all at once. But it was like wanting to chip a little bit around the that black. So I wanted to go ahead and get her done. Unfortunately, the Twitchers started hating on my music too. YouTube was not allowing my music, but Twitch was okay with it, so I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna keep rolling. But now Twitch is not posting my stuff anymore either, so we gotta stop, and we gotta put our cool sunglasses on. Coming in here, coming in hot. Cool. So what, should I just hum songs for you guys all night? Is that what I should do? My viewership would just instantly plummet. And so I'm using just a Vallejo matte varnish. I want to keep this, as dull as possible. I'm not going for gloss or anything like that. But this is the varnish I use most, is just this regular old matte varnish. And usually I would spray painted. Like I have a Tester's Dull Coat spray varnish. And I would have just sprayed him with that today, not even been doing this now, but we've had some rain, and it's kind of, wet. It's not raining today, but it did yesterday and last night, and so it's kind of like wet out there, and it would mess with things drying correctly, so I didn't want to go out there and spray him down. But just one mini is not that big a deal to brush varnish. If I had 3 or 4 or more minis all sitting here right now, I wouldn't be doing this. But one or two minis, I brush varnish, no problem. be sure and get the fingertips on this, because I noticed I had to go back and put a little red paint back on one of his fingertips. It was kind of had it chipped off a little bit. Another tip for you: don't paint these rims around here until you're like ready to varnish, because those rims are really susceptible to wanting to have the paint chip off. So just from them being on the moving around on the table, brushing up against I don't know, whatever's on my painting table. Probably I got a little bit of like sand debris stuff from what you call it, like the gravel stuff that I'll put down on my bases. So there's sometimes a little bit of graininess on my table. I try to keep it clean, but I do the best I can with a dog and a cat in the house. It's kind of tough at times. Okay. We got the whole upper body, I believe. A little bit on the side. Now we're moving on down and doing the legs. I mean, the inner leg is not, you don't have to worry about it that much. It's really I mean, you're going to pick these up you should pick them up by the bases. So you want to make sure and get your base varnish. And then you might touch their body, the abdomen region. Don't ever pick them up by their heads if you can help it. Try to pick them up with the base whenever possible. Just good all around practice to not break stuff. Make sure I got this. And I'm probably going to come back with a double coat of this stuff. Like I said, I've already done the base here, but I'm going to come back with another coat of it in a bit and get just get a double coat of varnish on everything, just to add that extra little bit of protection, because we all know power armor is very fragile. The paint jobs, anyway. He looks sick, man. This is my first Crisis Protocol mini, and I'm very happy with how it's come out. I really enjoy the scale of these models. Come on, a little bit larger than the Legion ones I've done, so you can see the details a little bit better. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying them so far. He's been really simple to do. Like, I didn't even highlight him because it just, I mean, using the contrast paint, it gave enough shading to where it really just looks fine to me. Another cool mini that I want to get at some point. I'm just not, I got enough to paint right now, but they make a Hulk Buster, which is, if you remember from the movies, where they had an Iron Man suit for Hulk at one point. So it's a gigantic Iron Man suit, Hulk wearing it and everything. I eventually want to get that, but I've got so many other things to paint now. But that's him. He's complete. I'm gonna go back and put one more coat of varnish on him. He's got a coat of varnish everywhere right now. I did the base earlier, so we've got one coat of varnish on Iron Man here, everywhere. And we're just going to come back with another coat, layer him up, and he is completely protected. But he looks freaking incredible. Like, so ready to play with these guys. Hey, what up, Squinty Sauce? You got to come play some Marvel Crisis Protocol and Star Wars Legion with me. Getting a good collection of models here, so you got to come play sometime. Squinty Sauce, man, he's in the house. So you, Squinty, are you a Marvel or Star Wars guy? What do you prefer? Or do you prefer mushroom movies? He likes the mushroom movies. We told him, we were going to watch the new Star Wars one day, and when we got to the theater, it was a movie about mushrooms. Kind of tricked him. I won't take credit for that. I didn't do that. That was his father, but it was funny. Good old Squinty Sauce. All right, so Iron Man he's you like both pretty good. He did a combo. Yeah. He's pretty good. He's pretty good with mushrooms. He thinks they're lightsabers or something. I don't know. Yeah, I saw you stream. Like as I was firing up, I saw you were in there streaming, Nate. Looked like you were doing something outside. I don't know. Like you had some headphones on or something outdoors, or is that just you put an outdoor background? Maybe you put an outdoor background behind you on NVIDIA to make it look like you were outdoors for once instead of playing video games. I don't know. I could do that. Just put like these waterfalls and forests behind me. Make me look like I'm not being a cave troll. But then people will come in and see what I'm really doing and be disappointed. But that's one coat of varnish on Iron Man. We're going to come back in a little bit and put a second coat. And then he's done. That's the first Marvel Crisis miniature completed. So we didn't waste any time on that. Got that done in about 15 minutes. So that we can dive in. Drum roll, please. I don't know if that was drums or what, but we're painting the largest building in the putting together the largest building in my terrain set here. There we go. There's a drum roll. Thank you, Miss Munch. Miss Munchkin. But yeah, we are painting the largest building in my terrain set tonight at the bank. It's a 3-story building. So I wanted to go ahead and get started on it first thing so that we got plenty of time to put it together tonight. It's a little bigger than the other ones. So, I mean, it's a bank, so it's gotta be big. And show you something pretty cool here. I'm playing Marvel, but I am a Batman fan. So I had to get a little, proxy Batman figure to just stand around on the table and look cool in the Marvel game. But what's really cool is what's going to go on the roof of the bank. Let me show you this. Switch scenes. We've got an actual bat symbol, and it has power. It lights up and flashes a bat symbol onto the wall. So we're going to have light up stuff on the rooftops. So pretty cool. I know we're not in the Marvel universe, but we're not in the DC universe, but we can still have Batman there. My table's going to be really weird. It's going to have all kinds of Transformer cars and Mario Kart. Like, it's going to have just weird stuff from all over the place. You can make whatever you want in these games. That's kind of one of the cool parts about it. Let your creativity go, I guess. You can finally have Batman and Spider-Man on the same team. So, or whatever you want. Well, I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Maybe got any plans for the weekend? Doing something cool. It's right around the corner. Still like 1,000 degrees here in town, but it's okay. We're sitting inside being model makers. By the way, if you need any logos, any design work, be sure and check out Miss Munchkin there. She's pretty talented. Check her out on Twitter as well. Okay, yeah, something chipped off the package as I opened it. That's not cool. Come on, this is like the biggest building I got. Yeah, sorry we don't have music tonight, folks. I've been what the heck? Is that how that goes? Let me look at the pictures. I've been, streaming music on here for the longest time, and it YouTube was flagging it, but Twitch was not, so I didn't really care. But now Twitch just started like cutting all my stuff too, so got to figure out some kind of workaround on that. Let me find my instructions here. It's called Frontline Gaming Instructions. Okay, so I guess I can share with you guys what I'm looking at. Okay, maybe not. It's not wanting to share with you. Yeah, kind of like when there we go. There we go. It's weird. Like, when I come back every day, it like erases my stuff from last time. So here we go. Scroll down to what we're wanting to put together here today. What have we got? Boom, the bank. There she is. Okay, good. So yeah, I got a little scared when I opened the package because the doorway had like fallen out, but it looks like, if you see this right here, it looks like the door is supposed to pop out. So, Baby Duck's playing. Oh, YouTube did not like Baby Ducks. That's pretty bad. They're anti-outdoor and wildlife. That's lame. Did you have a gun? Did you have your gun on your hip or something? I know they're very anti-gun over there too. Could be something to do with it. I went a little overboard today. I'll have to show you guys later, but I went to Walmart to get some stuff, and I went and looked at the model cars while I was there just to see if there's anything cool for this game, and I kind of went a little overboard. They had so many. Like, I've been going to the Walmart in like the smaller town closer to me, but I went to the bigger one today, and they had so much more in there. And it's like, I see all these things on Amazon, and I'm like, that would be kind of cool, but that's pretty expensive. But then I go to the Walmart here, and they're like a lot cheaper at Walmart than Amazon because you're not shipping them. And so I was just like a kid at a candy store. Like, I know I shouldn't have bought all of them, and I'm probably going to return most, like, a good half of them. But I just wanted to, get them all home, look at them, figure out which ones I want, what goes with my terrain. I don't even know how many I could fit on the table. Like, I want to get this stuff built and, set it up on a gaming table so I can see just how much, like, scatter terrain. The scatter terrain is like the small little terrain that's just spread around, scattered around the board, like, these little boxes here. that scatter terrain, and it kind of brings the maps together, a bit, makes them look good. So I don't know how much scatter I'm gonna need, how much is too much or how much is too little. So kind of want to get everything put together on a board and then sort of lay all the cars out and see, how many will fit, how many looks good, and yeah, then return some. So you're kind of it's not just painting minis that you're doing in this. You're having to like design a whole city too. So it's a little different than um I mean, my Star Wars stuff that I've been working on is totally different landscape than this. This is an actual like city, so pretty cool. Just shut down. Dang, man, they're after you. Well, uh, I mean, I think you could probably get it back. You just have to see what the whole process is. I mean, no one really watches my streams on YouTube. They all watch them on Twitch, but I'm doing like some YouTube shorts and things like that. I've made one actual video so far for YouTube, not a not non-short like a game review. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm not too worried about the stream on YouTube, but it is nice that I guess the nice thing about doing it to simultaneously to YouTube is Twitch deletes your stuff after a certain amount of time, but if it's going on to YouTube, it'll always be there for you. So if you're trying to make clips or do anything else with that content later, you still got it. So I guess that's the main perk to having the YouTube going with your Twitch, but that's just me. Anybody doing any art projects out there tonight? Anybody working on anything? Maybe Miss Munchkin is out there maybe drawing up some stuff, doing some design. Yeah, I know they don't delete the clips, but if you don't make a clip like right away, like you want to go back and look at it later, um, Twitch might get rid of your main stream video if you don't do something with it in a certain amount of time. Go. I'm gonna keep this stuff. Like I might cut it up and use it as just bits and pieces on um some of my bases for the models, like they got broken rocks or something. Man, something else I can't figure out as far as streaming. Like you guys earn like channel points or something when you for time that you watch stuff in here, and like you can spend it down at the bottom. It's not like money. It's just it doesn't cost you. It's like just perks you get for watching. And I see after the stream that people do them, but I see them. I don't see anywhere like it doesn't give me any kind of notice about any of those like stream chat things. So I'm sorry if I've missed some of your um, interactions. Um, it's just not showing up on my screen. I got to figure out how to get those little chat reward things showing up in my programs. I do, however, see tips, so feel free to do that. I'll know. but um, but yeah, the other stuff, I don't know why I can't see it, but it would be making me do stuff. Yeah, I have. I've customized, like I've set up the custom things for people to do or to with it, but they don't show up. Like they don't show up in my alerts or anything. And it's like after the stream's over, I go look, and it says so and so did this, and I don't know. I fixed the tip issue, but I don't know why it's not showing me on the little rewards there. But Alright, so we got the front of the bank punched out. We got a ton of windows we got to put in here. I've been saving windows from other pieces as I do them. There's a lot of little details here too. I think that's all. That's gonna be like the. It's got some kind of like these little I don't know, like a little wall out front or something. It's got a ladder. That's not good. It looks like it has a ladder. Um, it's got a ladder. Why would you want a ladder on the back of the bank? That's like inviting people to come rob you. You know, doesn't seem right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find the windows and go ahead and get those going because they're the things that kind of can take a little bit with not wanting to be dried in place. What is that for? What is it got a big? It's got like a big window right there too. I don't know what that's for. I need to check out this picture again. Symbol door, then glued to inside of wall. Okay. Are there like options for the door? Yeah, it does have a ladder. Well, that's kind of dumb. There's a ladder system going up the back of the bank, like inviting robbers to climb in and rob them. Like that just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Um. Anyway, to each their own, I guess. I actually have some windows that are poked out already from other, like they're just leftovers from the other pieces. So I'll go ahead and throw those on. Start moving things around here. Might move my fancy smancy backdrop because I don't want to glue the building to the wall to the mat here. Super glue for the win. Love this stuff. It's so much faster, and I switched to this instead of just the regular Gorilla Glue. Make sure I'm doing the right side. Yes, definitely. I did find that I glued one window on upside down, a windowsill on another building the other day, but ain't really nothing I can do about it at this point. It would be pretty destructive to the whole building to try to fix that, but I'm just not going to tell you what building that was, and you'll probably never notice. Unless you were watching when I did it. But if so, don't tell anybody else. Keep that. What happens in stream stays in stream. That's the motto here. Oh, I bet that big window goes right here. That's probably what that's for. Window. A lot of windows on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And a big window in the top. You gonna be streaming later tonight, Nate? Bring a raid party over to you if I got anybody left. I don't know how late I will go tonight. The goal is to finish this bank. It's the primary objective of the evening. So we'll see if I feel like doing anything else after this. Another one. Boom. Righty. I miss my music, man. I miss my music. I have to start putting an AirPod in and just listening. But then I'll be like dancing around and singing, and y'all won't know what the heck I'm even doing. All right. Window. Going from the window to the wall. I'm fairly certain that one giant slot up there is for a bigger window. Scooped up a new game today to play with the lady. It's a very popular game that's been around for a long time. And I've been seeing it and reading about it, and it looked pretty cool. And they make a two-player version. It's like for multiple people, but they make a two-player version of it as well. So I scooped up the two-player version for me and the lady to play this weekend. Catan. Anybody ever played Catan? It's like a card game slash board game. You like build trying to like build a civilization and gather resources and things and earn points. But it's played on a tabletop. Just a good little two-player game that we can play and not have to paint a bajillion things before we get started. It's the one downside to some of these tabletop games I play. It's like a whole process to first like put everything together and paint it to start playing, and then the rules can be so complex that it's a whole another process to actually learn the games. So yeah, Catan is something that we could just play and um, not have to wait a year for me to finish everything and learn everything. So, alright, make sure I punch out the right side. Yeah, I've learned my lesson to always use the punchy tool. Otherwise, bad things happen. This thing is wanting to separate. Sorry, I'm not on camera, am I? I was looking at the instructions, so I didn't see where I was. Try the best I can to stay on camera. I got to sort of work around this building that's drying under me here. Once I get this thing together tonight, it's gonna feel good. Like this is the biggest piece in the set. I've already put together several of the other buildings. It's like I've only got, I think, I'll only have like 2 small buildings to go, and then some scatter terrain, and then we good to go, folks. We're gonna be playing. Maybe we get Squinty and Nate to come challenge me in a game. Who would you pick? What superheroes would you want on your squad? Question will linger in your mind. All right. So this has got to sit and dry. I'm gonna just get this out of the way while I keep poking away at other pieces. Just gonna go ahead and like get try to get all the doors and windows, get those all pieced together. I think the door itself is like 2 pieces on this, so yeah, assembled door, then glued outside of wall. Let me see what I can see here. And that door is kind of complex, isn't it? Looks like the door is like 2 sections, maybe. Tricky. This definitely goes on the outside of the window. That's the front of the building outside window. Is that the door right there? I guess so. Man, that door's kind of tricky. I think it's all 3 of these pieces right here. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on the front of this bank. All right, give it a good poking. Give her the old poke. Okay, man. Sounds cool. Tell Cracker I said what's up. Let's see. A little bit more to go here. Just gonna dive right in and do this door frame. We hope. Let's not break the front door molding. That would be awful. That would be terrible. So that's up. Looks like the framing is wanting to come off. This is what the whole thing kind of sits on this. I should probably do this first. Like, it's got these window pieces that are, they're real flimsy around these edges. So this one already, the inside came out already. So go ahead and punch it out before the inside falls out of this one too. The small pieces of it first. Another small piece here. Get this out of here before I break it. I'm wondering if I'm just going to have extra windows because it was made to where you have some different options for the fronts of some of the buildings. And I didn't know if I needed those windows that I didn't use on those buildings. Didn't know I was going to need those for, another building, or if it was just extra if you didn't choose to go that route of designing on the building. But I will find out soon because the bank here is pretty window happy. Kind of weird that the bank is just covered with windows. People can see right in and see all your financial data. It's got more windows than like the deli or the coffee shop that I built over there. Another window frame. And so now I can punch out the rest of this door frame. Sure, punch it from the back. So this is the back. Come on. All right. There's that piece. So now the door. Punch the door out next. That is going to be kind of layered into these things. Not quite sure how, what part goes where. So how does this go? This is like the door is kind of layered somehow, and I would think the exterior of the building is this sort of cobblestoned brick or whatever. So I would think that this goes on the outside. So that, I don't know. Kind of confused here. Uh, okay. So there is a detailed picture for me. I'll show you what I'm looking at. If you look, you can see that the more like curved piece is the outside, then the um, more squared piece is the second layer, and then the door is the third, assembled and glued to the inside of the wall. So I'm going to put this whole thing together. Let me sort of dry fit it to see, but nope. You got it wrong. Curve on the outside. Oh, I see it now. And that makes sense now that I look at it. I get it. I get it, folks. All right. Um. So curve on the outside, brick second layer, and then a door is the final layer. And then the whole thing will glue onto the back side of the building. Well, first things first, you got to glue the thing together, the door itself. Just put a bead down here. Put some little beads. Bead action. Right here in the corner. Here. A little bit on the top right there too. Boom. I think I'll put it from this, do it this way so that I can try to line the door up best I can anyway. Get it flush with the bottom of the thing. Good. I mean, I guess this would sit flush at the bottom of that. I don't want to put this part on yet. I'm not 100% certain how this is supposed to line up. I need to look at it on the front of the building before I um before I commit to that. Um I mean, I'm assuming that you'll be able to see all of this because it, like, I don't know if I should put it up here, if I should it won't it won't like, you can't line it, you can't put the bottom edges, you can't put the bottom edge flush and then have the top flush. Like, one side is not going to be joining all the way. And I would guess that it's, ooh, man, that's close. I may have to get some X-Acto to this. I was just looking at this. See, I got this one window so low down. I got this one window right here. Where is it? This is so low down. This has got to go up here in the groove. Um, little problem there. How are we looking on the front? Looks fine on the front. Um, hmm. Give it a little push, see if that'll do anything. Just don't think it's gonna. Well, it might be okay. It might be okay. We'll see. I think what I'll do is I've got little. The whole thing eventually, the whole building sits on this base, and so this joint might not sit exactly flush right there because of this little issue. But when I get to that point, I can either, you can see it, see how it pokes out a little bit right there. When I get to that point, I can either use an X-Acto knife and trim and sandpaper and sort of trim that down. It'll work, I think, if I just press on it. Or the other option would be I've got just little tufts of grass. I'll just stick a little tuft of grass right in front of it on the sidewalk, and that would cover it if it's a noticeable gap. But I think the important thing is going to be just to get it up there as far as I can. It appears all my windows have dried because I'm able to hold this just fine now. How would that whole thing look? Oh, I see. It's like a multi-layered door effect there. Cool, cool. Well, we're gonna put this thing on first and put it on here instead of gluing all of the door together, because I want to try to slide this up as far as I can. So bear with me. I mean, the other thing, shoot, I could cut that. I don't know where my X-Acto knife is right at the moment. I'm overthinking this. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So we just want to push it up as far as I possibly can. Generous amount of glue on that top edge because we want it to hold up there. We want it to grip. We want it to grip up high. Put glue in a lot of different areas on this because I want it to. We're gonna have to wedge it up as far as we can. Look at it from the front. Make sure it's even. So I wasn't even paying attention to that. Like the whoops. I mean, I just throw the windows on there because you're not gonna see them from you don't see the inside of the building, so you don't really have to like line those things up perfectly on the inside. Like, cause all you see is the smaller. Um, what's up, Bone Dust? We made a slight mistake. We glued these too far down that I can't push this up as far as I want to. So we're trying to compensate now and squeeze this thing as much as I can so that hopefully I can still attach the bottom side. Okay. I think it looks even. It looks even. So, got the inner door panels there. I think it'll work. We just need to set it here for a bit. Then we'll go ahead and start gluing our window sills all around the rest of the building. Big windowsill right here. Let's do that one. That'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah, Bone Dust. I went to Walmart today for other reasons and just, checked out the car section, and they had a much larger selection at this Walmart than the other that I usually go through. So I kind of stocked up on a bunch of crap I don't need today. Got quite a few little model cars to throw around and scatter terrain. Probably end up returning a few of them. I just kind of didn't have a ton of time trying to get back here, so I just like scooped up a bunch of them and was like, I'll return some of these. I don't really know. I want to get all this stuff put together so I can put it down. Set my table up, see how it looks, and then figure out like how much, if any, scatter terrain do I still need. I really like the I really like using like the metal. Um, be careful here. I really like using the like the real metal model cars versus the little plastic ones that you put together that the doors don't open or wheels don't spin. It just looks so much more realistic to me. Yeah, I'll bust them out in a second. Show you what I scooped up today and let you guys help me decide which ones to keep and which ones to take back. Thing is, I look at a lot. I see a lot of these on Amazon, but I don't order them. Like, that's too expensive. That's too expensive. And then you go to Walmart, and they have all these ones you were looking at for like half the price because they don't charge you for shipping. And you're like, oh man, what am I doing? All right, so here's the like outer window on the bank. That's pretty cool. Sure, we don't glue it backwards. Oh yeah, that's right. It's just looking at it to see, but they kind of got little lines drawn, so it's fine. Yeah, you got the more ornate structuring at the top there. You working on anything over there tonight, Bones? Anybody working on anything? Any projects? Anybody painting or anything tonight? Sometimes we get folks in here doing art projects as well. It's like we're all painting together. Let's go. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Yeah, that I'd rather be painting miniatures. Like, and hopefully you will be soon. Hopefully we'll be playing some games soon. Like, we're about to get the terrain squared away, so it's like we ain't gonna be playing. We ain't starting this playing with Campbell soup cans. We're gonna have some actual buildings for this game. Beep. Gotta make our crane noises. Beep 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 beep. So yeah, that's pretty good. Got our big windowsill in place here. Now we're gonna do some of the smaller, get all the smaller windows put on. Kind of getting all these little exterior attachments done before we try to piece the walls together. Dang, that sucks. So does this actually like work for actual Amazon or like an Amazon partner, like a um like a reviewer or something. Oh, for actual Amazon. That's pretty cool. You got some big clients there, bro. They come to my house on a regular basis. Probably too often. Try to limit my purchases on there to make it so they only come on like one specific day of the week, so they're not coming to my house all the time. I don't really care about getting everything like the next day or anything like that. AW, always wearing socks. It's a cool division. Even with Crocs and sandals, they wear socks. Can't imagine. Amazon's probably got so many divisions. It's a whole other world. Its smallest division is probably larger than where I work. Another windowsill. Trying our darndest not to glue anything on the upside down like we did the other night. No one take a level to this. We got what? 4. We got 4. 4 in my office, so. Yep, Amazon's quite a bit bigger than that. Do you work 100% from home like your full-time job too? Or do you go into an office? You do work from home? That's cool. Cool. With having a kid and everything, it's probably helpful. I can sort of work from home sometimes, but oh my gosh, there we go. That's the attitude. That's the right attitude. Like, where? Oh, Mansion's coming? Where are we eating? That's your first question. It's not like, what should I be working on to prepare for them? It's like, where are we going to be eating that day? Yeah, I went to some, nice. Yeah, I went to some conference in, Dallas, and I was all excited about, getting some good Mexican food down in Texas. Um, yeah, you get more work done at home. We were getting some, we're gonna get good Mexican food down there in Texas, and so I was all excited about that. And then, like every day for lunch at the event, it was Mexican food. And then some nights, they would take us out after the event and take us to a Mexican restaurant. I think I was there for like 4 days, and I ate Mexican like 6 times or something like that. And needless to say, it was a little rough. it was working on the. It was a good, I guess, cleansing for the inside. I guess you could say, but yeah, detox. But I was kind of tired of Mexican by that trip. Mexican, I eat Mexican at home all the time. It's like one of my favorite things to go do. But 6 times in a few days, it's it's a little bit much. Yeah, exactly. And then everyone at the conference or whatever getting doing it too. So, all right, I need. Oh wait, no, this isn't right. I was about to punch out the glass, but I don't need a glass. I need the windowsill. How many do I need? One, two, three on the main building. So many windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10. 10 windows. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of windows. Hey, you'll notice from since last time you were in here, you suggested I use super glue. You notice I'm doing that now, and it is making this go so much easier. I was wasting my life until you came along, told me about glues. Made my life stickier. Thank you. Oh, getting the eye rolls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10. Was a little worried there. We do have 10 window sills. That's good. Got a couple over to the side that I broke too. Telling them the ways of the glue. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your ways of the glue. I'll give you a little celebration here. Well, yeah, here we go. Let's celebrate the ways. Celebrate the ways of the glue. Yes. Yes, the glue celebration on screen there. Sorry, I don't have a Elmer's glue bottle, but it's the best we can do. Gets the point across. It's probably the first time today you've had Beavis and Butthead and mushrooms thrown at you. So, it counts. Tell you what, man, I'm being influenced hard about Batman. I got some Batmobiles to use as scenery. Now I'm being recommended Batman miniature games and Batman board games. They're after me, man. They're after me. Gotta say, some of them look pretty impressive, but I can't. No other games. At least until all of this stuff is put together and painted, and I got nothing else to do. So maybe sometime, 10 years from now, I might buy something else. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. I did pick up a new game today. When I went to Walmart. This is why I went to Walmart and then ended up buying all these freaking cars too. But picked up a game for me and the lady to play. That's an easy. Well, not, I don't know if it's easy or not, but easier than all of this stuff, Marvel and Star Wars. Picked up Catan, the 2-player version. I've never played Catan before at all, but I know it's a really popular game that's been around for a long time. And so just wanted something that she and I could play quick and easy. So we're probably going to play some Catan this weekend. The 2-player version anyway. But that's a game that's different, totally different than what I'm doing right here. Like, that's just you buy it, you get it, open it, start playing. This is you buy it, you get it, you open it. Maybe a year from now you might get to play a game because you're busy putting it together, and then you got to spend another year trying to learn the rules. So I wanted something quick and easy, and that's what we got. Can't believe this has 10 windows. Oh my god! 10 windows! What are the how many? What are the odds that I don't break a window? These things are so tiny. I mean, I've broken on the other buildings. Like, here's one I broke. Tried to glue it back together, but it's just sitting to the side in case I need it for breaking something worse. But I got a feeling if out of 10 windows, there's going to be something broken. Just punch them all out at once and then punch the innards out. Try to leave that inside in till I get it out because it adds a little bit of stability to it when you're punching out the little stuff. Yeah, it does. It does. I have started now. Pride and ownership, 100%. I started. I bought a little light up photo booth on Amazon, and then this little turntable thing that goes inside of it. So I'm gonna start like taking some photos of my stuff and putting it on the Instagrams and the TikToks, just showing off my work. A lot of pride, But I've got tons of stuff I can take pictures of. I haven't really taken many of any of the stuff that I've done so far. So I've got a big backlog that I can take pictures of. But I gotta say that TikTok's pretty cool. Like, you can just take a little video and it's got AI on it that will sort of piece the clip together for you. Like, it does all the work. Like, you just take the video, go there, let its AI assemble it for you, and you can talk over it some if you want. But yeah, its AI makes the video for you, and then you can put it everywhere. You can put it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's pretty slick. So never thought I'd be a TikToker, but I am, mainly because the AI is so good at making videos for me. There's a lot to photography. Like, I was playing around with my minis and the booth some last night. It's like just little subtle changes to the background or the lighting can have a huge effect on the quality of the photo and like seeing the details and everything. Like, I was trying two different style backgrounds, and they just, one was like more, well, I was using a white backdrop with the white floor, and then a black backdrop with a black floor, and the white reflects so much light. It reflects so much more light up than the black does. The black like absorbs it, and so you couldn't really see the miniatures very well. There's so much with photographing the minis. There's like so much detail you're trying to capture, and so you don't need that super duper bright light. Yeah, exactly. Like, the photo booth had like these little um one style of background was like a I guess like a hard plastic, and it was like really glossy, had a lot of shine to it. And the other style of background it was just like fabric. So same color, one was glossy, the other one was not, and you really couldn't see the mini on the glossy background because it shot so much light up. But I was just trying to mess with this late last night, taking some pictures, and was like, oh, there's a lot to this. This is not something I can figure out in 30 minutes before I go to bed. So I kind of had to set that to the side. Okay, we're just punching out windows to our heart's content, and let me tell you, my heart is content. I could probably stop if I didn't have to do this, but uh, 10 windows for one building. All right, that's all the windows on this sheet. I guess I can go ahead and glue the ones on, because I only need 2 for this building. Oh, always use your poker. I was about to miss that. Definitely want to use the poker on the little tiny windowsills. I think these are the most susceptible to breaking of any of the parts in the set. All right. Window time. It's morphin' time. Take a quick break. I'll take a quick. After I do this, I'll show you these cars and let you help me decide which ones I should keep. Get this lined up. Those are on the very front of the building, so you want them to look good. One more. More window here. Alright, so we got all the windows on the front of the main building. I think now I could probably glue the door. The door is dry, so see it. Paint there. Not paint. What's this glue? What am I talking about? Everything appears to be lined up. That looks really sharp. I'm not going to move it to show you because it's setting right now, but that looks pretty doggone good. It's like you can sort of see the corner there. I can do this. It's like a layered door, like an awning and then well, not awning, but molding, I guess is the word. It's pretty sharp. Get this glue, it kind of looks like a spider web. All right. So the main front of the building is done. I guess there's a bank sign that's going to go up here somewhere. Whoops, don't pick that up. I was about to pick that up and screw everything up. um, so I guess next would be to put more windows on the on these little on the side windows, the side walls. Oh, great! This one's got 4 windows on the side of this wall. That's wonderful. You know what? Let's take it easy. Let's do the one window wall first. Still can't believe this thing has got a fire escape going down the back. It just doesn't seem right for a bank. It's like, hey, come rob me, please. Get a sip of water. Working hard, putting on windows. Lid's not shut. That would have sucked. Alrighty. Went from a what? 1, 2, 4, 6 windowed front to a 1 windowed side. I like it. And we're gonna have to punch out some more window glass here. Go ahead and punch out all of them because I'm gonna need them. You know what? I'll just punch out this whole board because the only thing still on here is a windowsill, which I'm gonna need, and a small ladder. Poke out this ladder, and you can toss another empty panel across the room. Okay, ta-da! We finished the panel. Bye-bye. That'll give me the eagle eye. Throwing stuff on the floor. Push that out. And there's a fire escape ladder. Set that to the side. Glue another. You know what? You gotta kind of do them one side at a time. Like put the what you call it? Gotta put the glass in on one side, and then put the let it dry and come back and do the windowsills on the other side. This is the way. Glue in all the corners. Also, like spider web, like when you pull it away from stuff, like this little spider webbish tail of glue wants to follow you. There's that one. Let that dry a bit. This is already poked out. Looks like I've got some more fire escape here. I'll go ahead and get rid of that so we can toss this panel. We're rolling. I'm going to be thrilled when I get this thing done because, like I said, this is the biggest piece of the whole set, and I've already done the next biggest piece. So we're rolling. We're gonna be up and playing a game very soon. More. What do we need here? Oh, well, we gotta poke that out first. Out the windows. Glue the glass on. Alright, probably can move this other building to show you what I'm doing now. It was kinda couldn't really move it for a set bit there. Now I'm back on camera. Wee. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna be starting the DC movies. I've not watched many of them. Like I've watched a few, but I want to catch up and watch like all of the Batman movies. I pretty much watched. I've seen growing up. I saw Batman, Michael Keaton. I saw Batman Returns. Started to watch. I think the next one was Batman Forever. I started to watch it as a kid, and it was really dumb. I didn't even finish it. So I didn't watch another Batman movie until the Christian Bale Batmans, and I haven't seen any of the Batmans since those either. So I want to go back and watch. I'll probably just watch all of them. Probably just watch all of them and hope for the best. And then from that, I'm gonna do the Batmans first, and then I want to watch like the Man of Steel and Batman, Superman, all that, and try to sort of Justice League, see all that stuff. So got a lot of movies to watch at some point soon. Oh yeah, man, I'm going like bright colors, 100%. Like I'm going for like really comic booky feel on my I think yeah, the speed paints really bright colors. It's gonna be cool. Agree with you on that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen that many Superman movies, so I feel like I've seen some, but it's been such a long time. I don't even remember which ones I've seen. Don't really know. Like I liked Batman a lot growing up, but I didn't really get into any of the other DC stuff because they didn't have like good shows for us kids. Really, you had the Batman animated series that got you hooked, but there really weren't that many um, DC cartoons other than Batman growing up. So I watched Batman, I watched the X-Men cartoon, the Spider-Man cartoon, and then Ninja Turtles. That was all my steez right there. I don't even want to know if there's a Ninja Turtles miniature game. I want no part of it. Got my hands full. It probably is, I'm sure. Like you said, we're in a board game renaissance right now. There's so many like cool board games out there that you don't you don't see it like just going to Target or Walmart. Like there's a whole other world of tons of really good games that are not like mainstream. Always looked into it. Have you got a Ninja Turtles miniature game on order there? Kickstarter board games. Yeah, the Batman stuff I was looking at is a Batman game from Kickstarter, and it's called like Batman. I don't even know. Um, I could show you real quick. I looked it up, but um, Arkham City, Batman Chronicles of Gotham. That's what it's called. Um, but yeah, it looks really cool in the fact that like, and it's not bad for the amount of you get a ton of miniatures in the game, like a buttload of them. But I've watched videos and things on it, and it sounds like the gameplay is like it. They did really good on giving you a bunch of cool minis, but um the gameplay is a little rough. So I'm gonna pass on that. It looks like they re-released new versions of it, and they're coming out very soon with the third re-release of it. We're supposed to have a rules rework and a new rule book. So see how that goes. Maybe it'll be something I get into in a few years. But the there you go. Find something for you. Gotham Chronicles. I think. Just want to show you um something on it. Let's see if I can find the Kickstarter page and show you. Yeah, here we go. I can show you this. Yeah, here you go. Here's the Batman game, and post you a link up there if you want to see it. But But oh, he knows all about it. I was looking at it and I watched some videos on it, and it sounds really complicated. Like, who would play this? Like, it'd be tough to find people to play it with, I think. But it's like what I liked about it is that you get so many minis in it. Like, I don't even know how many. Look at it. Here it is. 162 miniatures in one box. Well, two boxes. It's so big it has two boxes, but that's a lot of stuff, and I think it's like $125 or something. But 162 minis, that's actually really cheap. Um, it looks cool, but it sounds really complicated, and the rules are not put together very well from what I've read. But they're about to release a season 3 like next month, where they have got a rules rework. So maybe see what happens with that. See how that plays out. Um, another one I was looking at was um, the Batman miniatures game, and the the cards don't come with the minis in that game. They have an app, and you just use the app, or you can print them out yourself if you want. So what I was thinking was like, I mean, 162 miniatures in this other game. Like, if you don't have to buy character cards anyway, get this game I just showed you, the board game, and use those minis to play the Batman miniature game, and you'd have both games. And it'd come out a lot cheaper um, than buying the minis in the other game, because they're a lot more expensive for the Batman miniature game than the Chronicles board game. But just a thought. Who knows? We got a long way to go on other stuff before picking up something like that. Never plan on playing. You sound just like me, man. Yeah, exactly. 162 minis in that core set for $125. It's a steal. So I don't know. I'm curious to see. The season 3 comes out like next month, actually. So I'm curious to see how that plays out with what what people have to say about the rules, and if it's a little streamlined and easier to play. That might influence me a bit. So we'll see. But for now, we've just got Marvel Crisis Protocol. So it's like I got Legion to a point where I've got a lot of my stuff put together, and so now here we are. Hmm. Is that the back? Yep, that's the back. I miss having the music. Oh, I picked up matte varnish because it was next to me on the table. Let's not do that. Never have. We're trying to glue right now, not paint. Never have your never have your primer out on the table, because the primer bottles look very similar. Never have your primer stored near or out on the table near your varnish, because you could accidentally end up, when you're done with your mini, when you're ready to throw on the varnish and finish it up, accidentally throwing primer back on top of the mini and having to start all over. I have not done that yet, but I'm terrified that I'm going to. It seems like it'd be a really easy thing to do. Put these guys out. So I can get rid of these 3 windows here and get rid of these 3 windows and throw away another panel. And I gotta say too, on that Batman thing was talk about, like, already got the terrain set up and everything from doing this. You really wouldn't have to worry about terrain anymore. So, yep, finished another panel. We got 3 panels on the floor. Man, this is all there is left to punch out. Yo, it's Nate. He's on fire. Yeah, I saw Squinty hopping in here a second ago. What's up, Nate and Squinty? We're still gluing stuff. Haven't glued our fingers together yet. Still having an awesome time here. One more window on this building. This is the back because it's got I can see the little slits for doing the fire escape. Is that all 4? Yep. So this is all 4 sides now. But I still have to go put the window sills on the outsides of the building. So there's that. Alright, there's that one. We're going to flip them and do the window sills now. How are we on time? Hour 35. Good, good, good. So any thoughts on I mean, I'm going to be done with this terrain probably. I'll probably finish it this weekend on Sunday night stream. Then I'm going to move on to, I'll just be painting from here on out. Next project is I'm going to finish R2-D2 that I did not finish. Didn't have the right blue paint, and I just kind of set them to the side. So this will be the next project, is finishing R2-D2, but after that, we're going to be working on Marvel Crisis Protocol a good bit. So who should I paint next after R2? And I'll give you your choices. It will be Spider-Man, Captain America, or Carnage. One of those 3 will be next. Who will it be? Get your votes in now, people. Get a windowsill. Flip her over. Flip her over. Put her face down. Ha 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 ha. Funny. Put a little glue. Window. That one. Window on this building's wall. Yeah, the super glue works a lot better, and that trick you gave me for putting using the painter's tape to sort of hold it together before you before it sets, that's golden too. I couldn't finish these things really in one night with the regular glue. The super glue lets you go a lot faster and knock a project out in one night. Let's bring this one. Actually, this is This is the last one I did. I'm trying to go like do the first ones that I put together. Do them first. All right. Flippy floppy. Where's my glue? Glue's so small. So, you think fun going on for the weekend, fellas? Ladies and gents. Might try to go swimming. That's my plans. Swimming and painting minis. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys got that going on. Nate, you playing airsoft? You got a holiday weekend coming too. Oh, dang. Yeah, I am busy. I got some plans. Gonna be around either. I'll be beaching it. We got a holiday weekend coming up pretty soon too. Joe sent me a text the other night about like there's a night game coming up at Extreme. That sounds pretty cool. I bet you night. I bet you nobody calls hits in night airsoft because you're just like people are just like spraying and spraying, just shooting in the general direction where they think they hear something. Dang. Yeah, everybody's going places. Of course, school I think has started back, so um, might keep people around a little bit more now. But yeah, what do you guys think about that night game? I wouldn't mind trying it if some more people were going. I would think that it would be tough as far as like people are not going to call hits very good. And there's probably going to be some people that have night vision goggles out there, which would make it not too good for those of us that don't. Yeah, it's sometime in September they're having a night game out there. It's like I think it's like 7 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. or something like that. It looks pretty sweet. I'd do it. We should all go. Funny, I snagged a black airsoft vest at Bags and Bins the other day, just in case. It was like $7, so I snatched it up, but might get an opportunity to use it here pretty soon. Cool. All right, there's 4 windowsills that are on right there. To do this last window right here. Oh, got a little spillage right there. Clean that before it dries too much. Might be too late. Some glue splooge out the corner of the window. What next? What next? Oh yeah, one more windowsill here. Dude, this is the last windowsill I've done. What, 10? Did I say 10? No, 13. This is the 13th windowsill for this building. So that's good. That's very good. We'll be putting the whole thing together shortly. Um, Next problem I gotta figure out is how the heck I'm gonna store all this. Like, where am I gonna put this stuff? Like, I display my miniatures, but I don't really have a place to display a whole, like, freaking town. I don't even know that I want to display this town, but I gotta store it somewhere. And, probably need to just get a bunch of bubble wrap to protect them. That's my only concern about this stuff, is I'm worried about it breaking. Like, it's just not nearly as sturdy as the plastic. So if I travel with it, it's gotta be wrapped up pretty good. Oof, scared me. There's the rooftop. So I think the next step is to, well, I think we gotta wait a little bit for for these little windowsills to dry. So I'll just keep punching stuff out, and we can piece the whole thing together. Is the bank? I need to look at that. If the bank is on a sign, on like a bottom sign, or if it just sits right on the top. What's the last window on here? Perfect. Perfect. How does the bank sign go? I don't know. Oh, it just goes right on top of the. Well, I'm not going to put it on there yet because then I'd have to wait on that. Well, I guess I need to. Otherwise, you got to deal with gravity. Oh man, this is a tiny, tiny thing that we don't want to break. The word bank. It's very small. Well, I punched out 13 window sills without breaking anything, so it's where each letter joins the next letter is where it's the tiniest, like right there, where each letter meets the next one. It's very, very thin. Oof. My nerves can't take it, y'all. Scared we're gonna break it. Oh, I need to be punching on. I was punching it from the front. Just realized I need to be punching it from the back in case something does snap. Oof. We got the K safely out. Let in. On in. N stands for no breaking. A. The A is kind of not cut all the way. Bastards. Yep, I'm gonna have to get a knife to that. The A is not completely separated from the. Well, it might be on the front. I just poke it from the front. It didn't. It's. There we go. We're good now. It wasn't like completely separated on the back side, but it was on the front. So Just pushed it from the front and you're good. Perfect. There's the bank. An important building in any superhero miniature game. Because all the bad guys are trying to rob it. So it's a must-have for this game. I'll just go right in there to want it before I figure out if I want to glue it. I broke up like I guess it was the deli when I was doing that. Had like a little olive in a coffee cup on the sign, and or not a coffee cup, like a okay, it's a burger. Had an olive sticking out of a burger, and that broke when I took it out. It was kind of fragile. All right, bank. Line it up with it. Clean up the spillages because I had to maneuver that a little bit. Yeah, this is the piece of the the little board that I punch all these out of, but this one in particular has got a nice little point on it where I can just reach in there and pull stuff, get the glue splooge out of the way. I was trying. Another thing I've learned on this: don't use a tissue to try to clean super glue splooge because it just all it does is stick to the glue, and you get like this white tissue dust all over everything. So yeah, I don't use tissues anymore for trying to clean the super glue. All right, looks like a bank. Looks like a bank. We got money in the bank. We're gonna buy some minis. Gonna buy some minis with money in the bank. Yeah, I really need music so I don't have to sing. So set this to dry somewhere. And we can put some other little bits on. So this is like a fan that goes on the roof. I can put that on, I guess. Just waiting for the bank sign to dry now. I'll just pretty much just gonna poke everything out of the paper or out of the thingy. Still got all these little details that go around the front too. It's got like a whole little entryway I've got to do. But I'll probably do that after I get the probably like last pretty much. Just gonna glue this little fan we want to glue in place. Move all these little windows out of the way. We Getting there, we're getting there. I think we're gonna finish it tonight. Yeah, I see people at Extreme sometimes wearing the fake night vision goggles in their day games, and I'm like, what are you doing? But I don't know about if there's many people that will be there that have the real night vision goggles. It would make it a really bad time for the rest of us that don't have them. But a flashlight on the gun will come in handy. I can't imagine play. I would be playing like in the city or the hotel at night. It'd be tough. No flashlight on your gun or anything. Like woods, Mad Max. That'd be pretty cool. But that's playing in the city. That'd be tough. I have to figure out some way to rig some kind of light onto my gun. Yeah, if you've got infrared light, um, bring it. Be a good thing to take. I think I've got a. I'm pretty sure I've got one that I can use. Just got to figure out a way to rig it to the gun. I mean, it's one game. I could just zip tie it. Um, I need to go spend a bunch of money for the one game, but yeah, I think I could just zip tie one of my lights to my gun. Stuff is messy. It's all over my fingers, my shirt. I'm wearing a white shirt. It's turning black. Just getting this next ladder ready here. That's the last piece. Yeah, that's it. Yep, we've poked everything out. Now I just gotta piece it together. Nope, never mind. We got these panels that go around the front door. Good. I needed something else to do to give the bank sign time to dry. Should give me the time that I'm looking for. Can't believe I poked all those windows out and didn't break anything. Anything else on there? Nope. That is it. Really, I don't have much left. After I finish this bank, it's scatter terrain, like a panel and a half. I've already started some of it. It's two like little very small buildings. That's it. We're almost done. So I will finish the terrain this weekend, Sunday night stream. Then it's full force back to doing some painting. So let's go ahead and test the waters. I think the building should be dry. I'm assuming this is the front with the tabs. I'll look at the picture, but yeah, 100%. So let me move some parts around because I'm going to have to get my square out for this. Well, actually, I probably won't. Maybe I don't know. The ones that have these panels like this that the things glue onto, this little panel is going to kind of square it up. I've been using a square on the other buildings that don't have this floor panel. I don't think I'm going to have that problem on this. So what I've been doing with these is I got smart. Sort of tape them into place before I glue them. Tape. I don't know what happened to my tape ball. Just use a fresh tape. But yeah, I just kind of tape all of the walls together before I glue them. And then I can kind of just have one side that's not taped yet. Works pretty good. Tape up here real quick. Does it matter which side has two windows? Okay, so the two window goes on this side. I don't know that it matters. They look, size-wise, the walls look identical. Come on, building. Want to go, aren't you? Wonder if this one will fit better. Okay. Doesn't quite line up, does it? These grooves are not cut quite correct. Tell me I didn't do it upside down. No, you didn't. It's just not going to fit 100%. Force it in there. Glad I'm dry fitting this before I started gluing, because this son of a bitch ain't going to fit. Breaking. Dang. I have to get some sandpaper, I think, and sand it down. What up, GGF? You came in just in time to see the bad stuff happening. This does not fit. This sandpaper is for plastic, but I'm going to attempt to sand this just a little bit, see if it'll fit. Building that does not line up the cut. It's off by, you can see how much is off by. Just a little bit. I tried to force it in there and it started to break the break the wall of the other building. I'm gonna take a knife and just try to trim that down a little bit. Be careful here. Be careful with sharp objects, folks. I'm not gonna, like, hold my finger right here and cut towards it. I'm gonna hold my finger down below it. So I'm cutting up here, my hands are way down here. I'm gonna be pushing towards it. Right? I'm a little upset here. It ain't gonna take much. It's just a little fraction. So I got it started. I can say that that top piece of it is kind of, you know, it's got like a protective paint coating or something on it. But once you cut through that, it's like a very, I guess, porous maybe. I don't know. It's easier to cut and kind of grind off little pieces at a time. So, see if that will work now. Should. It wasn't. It was very close. Oh, not quite. Okay, that did it. Cut off just enough there to where it will piece together. So I'm gonna put some tape on here to hold that. So I don't want to have to try to force that in there again. So we've got that side held up, and we're gonna just stick it. We're not gluing anything yet because we just saw from what we just attempted there that this is not going to fit 100%. So I've got one wall. I guess I can show you what we got going. Got one wall taped. We're going to try to put the back wall on. Please fit. So that one fit. Look at that. That one slid right in there. It was just that one joint was having some issues. So now we're going to just spot tape this into place. We're getting there. This building is looking good. That was a little scary having to when you had to bust out the knife to cut the things down. It gets a little tense. I was holding my breath. But I know you guys would have called an ambulance if I cut my finger off on stream, so I have so far the only injuries I've had is I've stabbed myself with tweezers, sharp tweezers. I have glued myself together very good with super glue. But that's it. I've broken some models so far. No major injuries to me. So how are you guys all doing tonight? Is everyone doing okay as we approach the weekend? No, I'm excited. I've about this is the biggest piece in the set, and we're about to finish it. Okay, cool. So it looks like all the other. Don't do this to me. Am I gonna have to bust out the knife again? So it must be the front. Must be the front that's got the issue. Dang it. My fingertips at some point. Yeah, if you ever need to get rid of your fingerprints, um He's some blood flow. Oh. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to bust the knife out again, so you might get what you're asking for. Um, this one, it must be the front of the building that's not cut correctly because this side panel is not nesting in there either. I have to trim that just a little bit. It's this top one that's not sitting. Let me bust the knife back out. So you might still see some blood flow. Cross your fingers for whichever side you wish to cheer for. Blood, no blood. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to start that. Like, you guys tip me, I start bleeding, I cut myself. No, we ain't doing that. So, bust it back out. We'll put it where you can see what I'm doing. So if you do get a cut, you can see it. Again, fingers don't start going like this. Yeah, not the good kind of prostitution either. The kind of prostitution that ends where people get hurt. Fingers below, and we are cutting. Break through that first layer. Once you break through that first layer, it's smooth from there on out. It's just the initial entry, you know. Initial entry is always a little rough. Trying not to cut where I have my fingers out in front of the knife or under the knife. That's never a good spot either. Trusty Cobalt Tools knife. All right, let's see how that works. This is why you don't glue it before you try to test fit it. Otherwise, I'd have a big problem right here. Oh, look, Nate's growing eggplants over there. How nice. He's got a nice garden going, I'm sure. Nate and his eggplant garden. Such a farmer. Such a green thumb. That's in. Building wants to disappear from you guys. Let me tape this joint first of all before I start trying to finagle the other one in. So what kind of fertilizer do you usually use on your eggplants? We need some farming advice tonight. Do you typically use all natural substances or chemically induced eggplants? Okay. Get that to hold. We're gonna have to do a good bit of finagling with this thing. That front side. Well, I hope the front side will fit. I'm over here freaking taping it. Yeah, because it wasn't very much that I needed to do. Not quite there. I just wanting to come out from the back. This joint is not cool, man. Not cool. On it. Yeah, I'll have to take it down and cut it again. It's like very close. Easton in the back, yep. Another weird thing about it is I wonder how the roof is going to sit. Okay. It should work. I see. It's kind of recessed in there. Like, this is higher. I was like, that's not going to be flush. Whew, okay. Well, luckily we haven't glued anything yet. Gotta take a bit more off of this piece. So let me take that off of the tape. Bust out our trusty dusty stabby stabber. Sorry, the camera might shake a little bit while I'm doing this. I have such strength and I'm using so much of it. Luckily, the whole house doesn't fall down from this display of power. Took a good bit off. Let's see if that works. It's a little high on that side, the bottom side of it. Mm-mm. Thank you, sir. In, tops in. That'll work. And I'm going to glue that side first. I want to get that one in. Make sure the rest of it will go now. On the wall. So I can put you on where you can see everything here. Good, line up. I don't want to use the word perfect, but it's lined up. It's holding. Whoop, whoop. It's taped together. Now I just got to glue it. So we were able to accomplish dry fitting. I'm going to start with doing the gluing these joints on the floor. There's like a little nub there. Let me get those in first, and then we'll start gluing all the walls that are being held together with tape right now. So cross your fingers, folks. Hopefully we don't have to bust out the knife anymore tonight. Managed to escape this session without injuries thus far. While I say that, let me go ahead and close the knife so that we don't have any more accidentes. Okay. So it's sitting in the slots now. Now I just got to go and glue all of the joints. But I'm going to do the tough joint first so that I've got some flexibility to move things if I need to. Here's my glue. And I'm not even going to like pull this joint apart. It's so snug in there right now that I'm just going to like put a bead of glue down the inside corner. Not so much on the little peg, but just on the corners of it. Just glue that side together like that. Because it's already really snug. And I don't really want to break that bond that it's naturally got going on for it. So I just beat it down the beat it on down the side there. Get a little bit. I can sort of hit that nub a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. Now let's do. I want to do this side next because this side was also a little wonky. I had to cut this one as well, and it's very snug. So I had to really cut and force to get it together that it's fitting so snugly that I don't want to take it apart just to put glue on it. I would risk breaking it. And it's already holding well enough, so this side here I will. No, the whole thing is really snug. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna glue the corners together and let the pegs hold naturally. Whoop, sorry, I hit the mic. I made a noise when you guys. My bad. That one came. That's fine. It kind of came out of the joint, so I dropped a bead of glue in there while it was out. Last joint. See, this one is detached, so I will put glue in the peg on that one. No worries, bro. I want to put some glue. Yeah, I got glue. There's pegs on the front, like slots. There are no pegs on the rest of it, so you need to attach it to this piece of ground. Whew, I smell that glue looking down inside of this. One more side. Actually, I don't think it's glue. I think it's like this MDF, like the sawdust or something. A lot of glue spillage around this because it was pretty much just throw a bunch of glue under there and hope for the best. Couldn't really see what I was doing. Trying to look and see, is it square. That's what I need. There it is. Make sure my building is squared up. Size good. Yep, it's square. Got a square building, folks. Always a good thing in construction. Now I want to clean up some of this. You know what? I'm just gonna use my finger. It's the best thing I got right now. Walls are good. Just checking on my joints. I don't know if you heard that pop. There was one joint that was not quite in all the way, and I just fixed it. Whoa, push that too hard. Yeah, this has definitely got to sit still for a little bit. Definitely. So we're just gonna put the roof on and let it sit, and then I will come back. I've got to put like these like the fire escape and the front door gate thing on. Oh, this will help hold it together too once I get this on the roof. So give it some structure. But I'm gonna just put a little glue. It's got tabs on it. Put a little glue on that. There's a lot of glue on this thing. A lot of parts. Over here. Sit on that back wall. Well, let me switch to my other camera angle. It's probably better for what I'm doing right now. We got glue on the back. We want to put some on this little edge here so that it glues to the sidewalls. But yeah, this should help some of this wobble that I've got going on. This will bring all four sides together. Stabilize the whole structure a bit. Alright, so let's slide her on in there. Better go or we're in trouble. I don't know that I did dry fit this. Come on, building. Don't do this to me. It's not looking good, folks. Oh, fuck. I got a big problem. They don't say anything about this in the instructions. So, damn. Alright, this is going to be fun. And doing it at this stage, I'm going to have to wait and let the thing dry before I try to fix this. But I'm kind of screwed right now. So, they don't really say anything about this when you're putting it together. But, the windows that you can put in these things, the insides don't really bother you. You don't really have to worry about how they're really positioned inside, because you don't see them. But on this building, this window is coming up. You can see it. It's above. It's above this groove. It's above this groove, and so the window, the roof has got to come down to go in this groove, but I've got the window too far right here. So I've got to figure out how to fix this. Got a problem now. But I think first things first, I need to let the building dry before I start doing a bunch of cutting here, because I'm gonna have to cut down this window somehow. Much of it do I have to cut down? I don't know that I can. I don't know if there's anything I can do here. I feel like it's gonna just destroy the window on the front of the place. Well, see, I have an extra bit here. I have this extra window from another building that I don't need, because they give you options on putting one big window versus like a few small windows. So I could possibly use this right here as a. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna have to take this window out of the front, and it's probably gonna tear the window all to pieces. Oh, that's not nearly big enough, is it? Or is it? I don't know. Nope. You just see. Just don't know how well that's gonna work. Bust out the Hey, what's up, Self? Thanks for the alerts, you guys. Yeah, I'm doing good. I've screwed up here, and now I'm trying to fix it. We got a window up too high to where I can't put the roof on the building. So I got to somehow rip the window out without ripping the walls of the building all to pieces. Dang. Mm-mm. Yeah, I was having a great day. I was like, yeah, I'm almost done with this bank. And then I fucked up. So I'm just taking a file right now and trying to uh, cut that loose, but it ain't going too good. So I think my better option is going to be to cut a groove in the roof. But that's going to be kind of. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do that later, like with a Dremel. Don't have one handy. I think I'm gonna have to draw a line as to where that I hate that I did this on the biggest, nicest building in the set that everyone's gonna look at. I think that's gonna be my best bet though, is to cut like a slot. Cut like a slot in the rooftop to where, or oh no, here you go, here you go. That's what we're gonna do. I won't be able, I'm just not gonna have those pegs. We're just gonna, yeah, if I cut those pegs off, I can just I can have it go over top of over top of the window, and then we're good. I think that's our safest, easiest bet. So they don't really lay out these instructions too well for you. They say nothing about that. Oh man, dude, I'm like almost done with this thing, and then keep running into all these. First was the part that did not fit, like that was on them. And then it was I glued something wrong to where I can't line something up. That's on me, kind of on me, but I say bad instructions. They said nothing about that in there. So I'm just trying. I want to get rid of this peg. We just want to shear it completely off, and that way I can slide this up over that window that's too tall. So keep on cutting here. May have to do this off camera because like a Dremel would go through this thing really nice. I was not planning on that tonight. We're getting there. Yeah, we got it. That's one down. It looks clean, like it didn't really mess the surface up that bad. May have to go out and get some sandpaper. We'll see, but that would smooth it completely down. God, we're having a time with this thing tonight, folks. Man, this is like it figured. I mean, I'm working on building a building. It's like when you try to build something construction, like something always goes wrong. I don't care how big the project. It could be a full size normal house or a tiny miniature building. You're gonna run into something. Um, so keep my fingers away from that. See if that's enough. I may have to get some sandpaper and sand down that nub on there. See, show you what I'm doing. Not really. This would probably be the better view for you. Okay, so our nubs are gone. We're now nubless. And that works. Boom. Oh, well, that was a much easier fix than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to tear the window out. But I think this is about the best I can do. I'll show you. You can see that my roof now sits flush. Show you this gap up here. So it's just going to rest on top of this little window now because the window is up too high. So it can, instead of being stopped by the window, I took the things out of the pegs out to go in these slots, and now I can just slide the window, or slide the roof over top. Oh man, what a fiasco that was. Always keep a knife handy when you have to do some of this. This knife has gotten so dull now from being used like a saw. Do some work on that. This is how it goes, GGF. Alrighty. I would have been done with this thing like a long time ago if I hadn't run into so many little two joints that did not fit tonight, and then that mess with the thing being not lining up. They really should say something about that in the instructions. But hey, if I ever have to put together another set of this, I know. And if you're watching and we're thinking about doing this as well, now you know. Yeah, I'd say even with these problems that I'm having, I'd still would recommend this if you're wanting some really good looking stuff that you can get done quickly. Get the backside. Nope. Use a lot of glue on this one. Doing those long beads down the edges and 13 windows. Like, this one has been a glue hog. It's acceptable. It's a sloped roof instead of a it's not a flat roof anymore. It kind of slopes to the back, but that's natural, right? Like, we just want the rain to run off. Oh, I'm like breathing a sigh of relief. I was like, really thought I had messed this thing up really bad. Amen, folks. Amen. Can I get a hallelujah in the house? Hallelujah! Hallelujah for the building, folks. I'm not sure if it's worthy of a hallelujah, but I'm pretty freaking stoked about it. Now, there still is one other thing that could screw up because of the way. So, because I did that, the back of the roof is sloped a little bit. It's not straight, it's sloping. Thank you, GGF. Thank you for the hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because I did that, the back of the roof is sloping, and it has this fire escape that I've got to put a ladder on. So I don't. We'll see if this messes with the length of the ladder and if we're okay. So hold your breath. We're not out of the woods yet. Looks like the tall ladder is first. Has middle fire escape. I'm just going to show you these instructions. Like, this is BS. It says nothing about the problem I just had with the roof. It just shows it slotting right in there. It just says glue window backs and frames to walls before assembling walls. It says nothing about that whole fiasco that I just had with the roof. I guess it does say test fit each part prior to gluing. We didn't test fit the roof prior to doing the windows. But you take it out and you glue the windows on before you do the structure. Like, no one's gonna test fit the building before they start gluing the windows on. Like, I don't know. I think it's poor instruction on their part. I blame them. So I've got two fire escapes. It says note middle fire escape landing has notches for ladder. Okay, I see that. See the notch. I see the notches. So please tell me this is gonna fit. We've been through enough tonight. We can't. If we're gonna finish this tonight, I can't be having more knife sessions. So I got two ladders. One's tall and one's long. I would guess that the tall and long. I just said the same thing. I would guess that the smaller one goes on the top and the larger one goes to the ground, but we'll see. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's supposed to go all the way here. I'm confused. Look at the picture again. Oh, it's got, you can count the number of rings on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rings on that ladder. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So the big ladder goes from the second story to the roof. How is that possible? Oh, big ladder goes the whole big ladder. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. Big ladder goes all the way down, and then little ladder goes to the ground. Got it. So I think in this case we want to glue the. You probably can't see what I'm doing very well. We want to glue this part first. So let's do it. We getting there. Glory, hallelujah, GGF time. About used a whole tube of super glue on the buildings that I have done so far. There goes that. Put this ladder on. Glue on both ends of it so that it will glue to the ground and to the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. Come on, you son of a. Oh, we gotta keep it PG. It's gonna just sit like that. That's how that works. Sit in the grooves. I don't know. Whoop, sorry. Hit the microphone. It probably hurt your ears a little bit. My bad. Camera. So you got one ladder in. Next we got like the straight, the broken end of the ladder goes up top. Oh. Just don't examine my roof line too closely. I know GGF's always a stickler, but you gotta let me slide this time. Did I glue that yet? No. Thank you, GGF. I appreciate it. Joint. Can't wait to inspect some of these dot Mandelas. Look at them from upside down and under a microscope, and the way you be examining all of my paintings. Gotta see some of yours. We got boom. I'm gonna have to put a little bit of glue on this piece. This ladder is glued in like 3 different spots basically. It joins in. There we go. Man, that slotted right in. A lot easier than I thought. We needed that after what we've been going through tonight, putting this damn roof on. That's another angle. Damn, that looks good. That needs to slide up a little bit. There you have it. You now have a fire escape going directly from the ground floor all the way to the roof of the bank. Like, I'm sure that's excellent for security. Doesn't look suspicious to any bank robbers at all. Luckily for the bank president, um, the catwalks are too small for the bases of a lot of the Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures, so they might be okay. But if I use this for Legion, the smaller minis, there's a good possibility that we will be sniping you from the catwalks. Needing a little bit of this glue. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to wheel it around to the front side now. Only other thing I got left to do on this is it's got this, like, and you ain't gonna be able to see this on camera. Um, it's got this, like, I'll just switch to full screen at least so you can at least see my beautiful face. Because there ain't nothing for you to see on this. Now I'm just gonna take the, it's got this, like, detail on the front, like these little, some kind of entryway. Grand entryway. Oh, that's why this got those little nubs like that. I see. So then from there, it's got these little doodads here. These stuffs go with those things. So I'm just looking at it real quick. So the little piece goes on top, the big piece goes out front. Man, this is quite a grand entryway in this building. I'm impressed. Roof line looks fine. My little snafu, it's okay. It all worked out. Just like it always does, my friends. Ambo XP, where the bloopers happen every day. But we still make the most of it, and we make it work. That's what we do. We can't control what happens to us at times, but we can control how we respond to it. You can always control your attitude. You know, hide in the corner and snivel, or get out your effing knife and start cutting. I choose cutting. Wah. It's always good. Another good that I'm sharing you words of wisdom. Um, First word of wisdom about your attitude and all that. Second words of wisdom: always keep a knife handy. You never know when you might need it. Found deep thoughts for you guys tonight. Real though, I always carry a knife and a flashlight with me in my pocket everywhere I go. Well, unless the knife is not allowed in certain places. And I use those two things pretty much every day. We're a little lopsided here. We're not. This panel is not touching the ground, but it's so slight. And I figure if there was a big gap anywhere, I can cover it up with some like little little modeling tufts of grass and things that I have. I don't know if I've about used all of this tube or if it's just like drying up. Huge bead out. I did not mean to do that. Um, Sorry, I can't really show you anything of what I'm doing right now. But this is kind of like on the front, and I can't lay the building flat because not everything is dried yet. Almost done. Once I do this, I'm just gonna put. I'm gonna work. I'll just put something really small together really fast, so that I can show you. Um, that I can show you what this thing, the completed building, looks like. That's cool. Just take my word for it. I can't show you yet. Sorry. Touch it too much, or I'm gonna make everything crooked. Stick to the lower piece a little bit. Oh yeah, that goes better now. Much better. Gluing it up. There's a longer side and a shorter side on the top piece, so I was gluing it wrong. Imagine that. I did something wrong on the channel. Never happens, right? Fitting first, short side on the bottom. Very last piece, and it goes on smoothly. Yeah, we're just about done with terrain, guys. I don't have the best camera set up for terrain, really. Like, um, so there's the pieces are so big that it's tough to get an overhead and everything on them for you to see all the angles of everything I'm doing. But we're almost done with doing all this terrain, so you can see what I'm doing a lot better when I'm painting. Cool, cool, cool. That is set. So, what next? What next? I need to, I'm going to put the second coat, I think, of varnish onto Iron Man. Done one coat already. You know what? I'm gonna save that for in the morning. I'm gonna let that first coat set a little bit. So I'm gonna Iron Man's finished. He just needs a second coat of varnish, and he done. So I'm gonna put together like something really small while this stuff sets, so that I can um, show you the completed building once it's done. In the meantime, I'm gonna put together a couple of trash cans, and knock out another panel here. Careful. All right, so cross your fingers. Hope everything looks good once it's dry, because there's not much I can do afterwards. Trash cans. Oh, you know what? I can't do it. I'm just done. I can't. I've been gluing that building together for like 3 hours, and I just can't go on to a little dinky trash can now. I gotta call it. I can't. Um, I'll show you. I'll show you the finished product though. It should be okay. Um, yeah, it's like you go from this great big building to this a little trash can like this big, little tiny trash can. I'm just like, F it. I can't. I can't. Sorry, guys. 3 hours. I've had enough of gluing. I think what got me was the having to do all that cutting with the knife, and probably between that and having to shave down those joints that didn't fit too. I probably added an hour to this project, I would say. It's kind of like, 5:15. Do you start something else, or do you just kind of wait it out? If you do start something, it's nothing major, like a dinky trash can, but just I can't do it. We've gotten a lot done tonight. I'm happy with the progress, even with the snafus that we ran into. So I will show you this, and I'm also gonna take a picture of it, put it on. If you go check Instagram in a little bit, it'll be up there, so you can see what we came up with. But here it is. This is the bank. Sit back. I even spelled bank right. It's got this neat little these archways on or whatever, the structures on the front and the double archway on the door. Came out looking pretty daggone good. I'll show you the back, which still baffles me why a bank would have a fire escape going all the way from the ground to the roof. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, you're just asking people to climb up and rob you. Maybe if it was one of those ladders that like it didn't extend, like it was raised up until they wanted to use it, and the people up here can drop it, because it's supposed to be a fire escape. Like, we want to leave the fire, so it could be up here, and then you want to leave, you could drop it down and go. Right now, it's a fire entry. It's a get to the fire, like, or get to the money in the bank, basically. So that is the bank. And again, I'll put some pictures up shortly for you to see on Instagram. My links are somewhere in my description and all if you want to go look that up. But that is the bank. And I'll also show you Iron Man that we've put one coat of varnish on, and I'm going to put a second coat. And you know what? I think I am going to go ahead and put that second coat on, because I want to finish this bad boy. That is Iron Man. Whoops. But he came out really good. And I'll just show you size-wise how this stuff looks. With the terrain and everything. He will stand right up here on the building, waving his hand to everyone. So, yeah, he's looking good. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and put that second coat of varnish on and finish him. Get Iron Man done tonight. Get back to painting camera. Dude, this is an epic. Maybe my definition of epic and your definition of epic is different, but to me, this is an epic night. We finished the bank, and we finished our first Crisis Protocol mini with Iron Man. It's a daggone good night, I think. So, let's finish Iron Man. Wish I could play the song, but YouTube and Twitch are hating on me for my music lately, so I can't play the Iron Man song. Sorry, I don't quite have the money to pay for the license for that song. Who knows how much that would be. But we're going to go ahead and finish our varnish on Iron Man. Knock out our first Crisis Protocol mini with you guys on stream tonight. Get excited. You're witnessing history. The first of my Marvel Crisis Protocol minis. As soon as I find my varnish. I've got stuff like everywhere. from building stuff and painting and oh, there it is. As I was saying earlier, just make sure when you keep stuff on your table. Here's my varnish. Don't keep your varnish close to your primers because they look a lot like the bottles, and it would be a tragedy if you finished a mini and were going to put the protective varnish on at the end and accidentally put primer all over it. That would make me cry. Almost like having to pull a pocket knife out earlier to trim that building down. So this is like the easiest part of doing these. It's like the home stretch. You finished all the painting and you're just putting this varnish on to protect them. Key with it is you want to spread it out. Don't let it gloop, because if you do, it would not dry correctly and end up with these like nasty. It could turn. A lot of them will turn yellow. It'll leave this like yellowish, gunky looking nastiness on there, and it's not what you want. So put my Stunna shades on for this. You got a nice looking Iron Man. You want to protect his armor. And maybe it's overkill, but I always put 2 coats of varnish on. Is it necessary? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I always do it, and I've had good success um, with not losing paint off of my models. I mean, that's all we're trying to do is just protect the paint job so that you don't have to touch it up later. Because when you're playing with these guys on your games, when you play, everybody's eating snacks and pizza and Cheetos and Funyuns, and just you want to protect the paint jobs from Cheeto fingers. Almost, guys. We're almost done. I asked earlier, but no one said. No one said. So I'll ask again. We'll see if we get a response this time. But so now that he's done, I'm going to be finishing up R2D2 next. Cause I kind of started on him and then got all this Marvel stuff and was like wanting to paint a Marvel mini. So I got to go back and finish R2D2. I got to do all the blue. So that's next. But after that, what are your guys' thoughts? What should be my next model that I paint? I'll give you some choices. What I'm thinking: either Spider-Man, Captain America, or who was the third one? I had 3. Oh, or Carnage. If you have a thought, drop it. Otherwise, don't get mad when you see me painting something you don't want to see. This was your chance, America. Or wherever you are. I guess we have some folks that come in here from Australia. Someone from Germany stopping by. So you don't know. Carbage? You like cabbage? Oh, okay. I didn't know what the heck you were talking about. Alright. Carnage it is. Let there be carnage, indeed. There will be. I don't think I saw that movie. There was another Spider-Man movie with Carnage in it. Did not see it. They like teased it, or was it in a? Or did I? Was it in Venom? Was it in Venom 2? Is that where he was? I don't know. I can't remember. But I remember they teased at Carnage in at the end of one of the movies. You know how Marvel does with the little teasers at the end of their movies that keep you waiting in the theater. I can't remember. So all I got left on him now, I can't really grab the. There's nothing I can touch right now. Just varnished up top. So kind of got to let this dry a bit before I can grab him, and then just all I got to do is just paint a little bit of varnish around that rim there. So we good. Feeling good. It's been a whirlwind with having to fix all this crap, but we got it done, and we got a nice looking cityscape coming. We're gonna have some epic games pretty soon, man. I'm telling you. GGS just gotta, get some mystery machines, and then we can be ready to rock and roll. I'm excited. Finally, a game we can play that will be a little simpler, that we can play in a shorter amount of time and a whole weekend. So, although we'll still have those big campaigns too, but in between we'll be popping each other with Iron Man and Spider-Man. So, get excited. But I think that's about it. I think I'm pretty much done. Let's see what I can find for you guys. Take you over to watch a friend, help a fellow streamer out. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. And I'll keep Carnage in mind. Who are we going to see tonight? Who are we going to see? Let's see. It might take you over to. Doesn't look like Nate's doing anything right now. Take you over to see Self Boy. He's playing some Dark Souls 2. So I appreciate it, guys. I really do. You help make my painting so much more fun. So I'm glad you guys hang out with me. So thank you all so much. Send you on over.